Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If I sound a bit off, that's because I have a sore throat and I'm slightly sick. Don't worry, I am getting better. I wanted to try and do some Monster High redesigns, just like Hexchin and Insanely Creatine have been doing lately. I really thought it was interesting, their designs, and especially how Insanely has a very different designs to these normal Monster High ones. It's also inspired by Etelin's series from a couple years ago, maybe just a year ago, where she redid their faces. Especially in this Frankie doll, I was very inspired by how she did Frankie's stitches on her design, and so I decided I wanted them also to be, the stitches also to be all across the face. I decided that I wanted Frankie to have different skin tones, like she was sewn from different parts, and it was even more obvious that she was. I also took that idea from Hexchin, but lots of people have done it. I also want to kind of revamp the lore for Monster High and make my own story about it. My idea is that they're older than they were in the original series. That way we can explore some darker tones. This is like Monster High, really, really, really dark. Maybe it'd be a mystery show, because I really like in the new lore how they're trying to find Claudine's mom, and I like the tidbits of lore that they're dropping, like with the moon claw necklace and the different factions of cats and werewolves and the different monsters. I find that really, really interesting. Although I do not like some of the characterization of some of the characters, I can appreciate that they are doing really cool lore stuff. I know I made Frankie's eyes the wrong colors on the wrong side, but if I had done the green one on the green side of the face, it would have been blended too much, so I did switch her heterochromia. And at the last minute, I did decide to switch her eyebrows to white because it matched her hair color better. I also was kind of imagining what the packaging design would look like, and would these be for adult collectors, and what would the doll gimmicks be? In my mind, the dolls would be more articulated than they are here. They would have more like made-to-move articulation, if we could manage that. And they would be for more Black Label dolls, like Barbie Black Label. It's not quite Playline, but it's not quite the $100 million collectors, which is frustrating. I also decided to make her lips purple because it matched the color scheme better than the red, in my opinion. I really like how in the new G3 show, Frankie also has like a bunch of prosthetic limbs that they can attach to themselves and get new superpowers, and also I like how they kind of have electricity superpowers. So in my head, this Frankie would come with a bunch of different attachments, and in my mind, the perfect way to do dolls is you have the base doll that you buy, and then you just have a bunch of fashion packs and accessory packs. And the dolls are super articulated, and they have beautiful face sculpts, and like each new character, just you get one doll and then you just have fashion packs. That's the way I personally would like to do it. So for this, in my head, Frankie maybe can't grow hair very long or their hair just isn't very long or maybe her hair isn't very long yet because she's only a couple weeks old. So I decided that she should have a buzz cut and then maybe have some wigs for the hairstyles. I wanted Frankie to be the tallest, except for maybe Abby if I do Abby. So I just used a normal Monster High body, and I extended one of her legs because I want her to kind of be offset. Like she really was stitched together from different parts and they couldn't stitch her together properly. In her fashion pack, she would also come with different arms and kind of like create a monster. Each Frankie fashion pack could be a create a monster thing. And she would just have a bunch of different arms and legs that you could switch out. Maybe even some tails and stuff. In this one, I think she would still be friends with Claudine and Draculara. And Frankie, in this new universe that I'm imagining, if you will, would be the main character. I just feel like that fits better because Frankie is new to the world, so if you're having an audience, Frankie is a very good bringer in of sorts, because they're also new to the world. I decided that her hair shouldn't be entirely white, so I did a little lightning bolt design. Here I'm using a spare Rebecca body to make a choker. I decided to use the normal Monster High body for Frankie, even though I don't really like how skinny it is, because I felt like Frankie, out of all of them, would be like maybe malnourished, or it was kind of a Tim Burton-y looking way, and I felt like Frankie, being a revived corpse, should be the most Tim Burton-y looking. So that's why I stuck with that. The shoes took forever. They were such a pain, and I literally chopped Frankie's toes off so that her feet would fit in the shoes. So Frankie doesn't have any toes. Maybe they decayed away or something. I decided that I wanted Frankie's accent color to be yellow because I like dolls when she has yellow. Also, I find that Generation 3 does have too much pink, and also has not enough dark colors. And it's fine, not every doll has to have black, but almost none of the dolls have black. I think it's only Draculara, and she also has just so much pink, and all the dolls are pretty pink. So for Frankie, I wanted the accent color to be yellow. And then also, I decided that the, what's it called? I want my characters to be not so monochromatic, but have a muted color scheme. So for Frankie, I was like, okay, you're having very colorful skin, lots of different greens and blues. Therefore, we are going to have your clothes be mostly monochromatic, achromatic actually, because mostly black and white with some silver. I'm also giving them a little manicure, and I decided that black wasn't standing out enough, so I actually went back and did silver. And I gave her some rings. They were just the ends of safety pins, the little loop of safety pins, because I couldn't make my wire curl that well. And this skirt took forever. I had to paint individual fabric scraps and then cut them out and then sew them onto the thing. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but the skirt took me like 3 days. And now we're on to the final pictures. Tell me what you think of her in the comments. Would you like me to do more of them? More Monster High dolls? I mean, I'm going to. But who would you like to see if I am going to continue this series? Also, how do you think that she compares to the G1 and G3 versions? Thank you. Like and subscribe. Bye.